it rains, it pours in some moments, especially for us today in that third. I think a lot of teams wouldn't feel too good about themselves, but I think we did a great job of just collecting ourselves and staying calm and knowing that it is what it is. I mean, you can't change that. You got to move forward and you got to find a way to get yourself back in the game. So I think it's moments like that when things just don't go your way. They swing the other way when for a minute there it's looking pretty good. And you know, I think we had the character and the, you know, the poise to relax and calm ourselves down and make a game of it and find a way to get back into it. And obviously, when we get into late overtime periods, I think we just have a feeling as a group that we're going to find a way to win.
Antoine, 2 questions. One, can you describe exactly physically where you were last game? Where did you watch the game? And then 2, just what's the emotion like to not play?
Well, I was here in the building, in the dressing room, as like the other guys did a workout there, watching the game, and you know, on TV, yeah. The emotion. I mean, it's not a pleasant one. You know, as a proud competitor like anybody else on this team, you want to be part of the team, and you think you can help the team, and I think that's a natural emotion to get. But you know, at the same time, very supportive of the group, and hopefully we get a couple wins here, a couple more.
Sorry, just what workout were you riding the bike?
Yeah, a little mix of everything, a little bike, a couple weights, but try to make sure to get my mind ready for the next opportunity.
Antoine, est-ce que c'est l'exemple parfait de à quel point le sport, ça peut être fou, puis comment tu te sens présentement?
Oui, non, c'est sûr que c'est les émotions durant les séries, c'est ce qui fait que c'est spécial à ce moment-ci de l'année. Mais en même temps, je pense que c'est important de gérer ça, puis de pas de contrôler tes émotions, c'est cliché, mais souvent on parle de l'importance de la gestion de ça, de pas être trop bas dans les moments plus difficiles, puis être trop excité quand ça va bien, essayer de garder ça en contrôle. Puis c'est un peu ça, mais pour résumer, effectivement, je te dirais que l'émotion est plus satisfaisante présentement que ça l'était il y a 2 jours.
Jonathan, in English, please. If you
sorry about that, guys. Yeah.
If you know, you talk a lot about drawing on past experience when things are going tough. Have you ever faced anything like that where they scored 3 goals in 37 seconds? Could you draw on anything there, or was that a new experience?
I don't know. My memory's not so good in games in previous years, so you could probably have a better idea of that than myself. So off the top of my head, I don't think so. But I think we have experienced some moments where you get that sinking feeling, and you know, you're just thinking, how do we let that slip? You know, you can run so many scenarios through your head as far as, you know, little things you could have done differently to finish the game and avoid the situation that you're in, but you just kind of forget about it. And like I said before, you just got to move past it and say, hey, put those 3 minutes behind us and forget that we even had a 3-1 lead and just go play the game the way it is now. We're down a goal. Got to find a way. So I think you throw in the fact that we got guys that coming in and out of the lineup, guys like Vermi here that are just putting all those little things aside, and they're just going out there and taking it one shift at a time. It says a lot about you know, what we can do and what we're capable of in this series, and I think that's why we feel we have a confident group, and there's still another level we can get to.
Antoine, over here, can you describe the goal and then describe what happened immediately after? What were your emotions?
Yeah, I think we overall on that shift we talk about our speed, and I think we're effective when we move our feet, and I thought that was an illustration of that a little bit. We get the puck going in their end a little bit, and we stuck with it. I think they're very effective as well when they block some shots, and we try a few shot attempts on that shift, it seems like, and we stuck with it, and lucky enough we got it back and put it in. Emotional in the corner, it was pretty fun. I mean, this is a fun group, and we had a good celebration. Hopefully we can do that again.
Hey, John, obviously it's a tough situation Antoine was in. I guess as a captain and teammate, do you sort of feel for it, and how important is it for like a professional, you know, him to be professional, not be a distraction in a room when something like that happens?
Well, I just want to say Antoine, and you know, there's numerous other guys in our locker room that haven't even had the chance yet to come out there and show what they can do, throughout the playoffs. But everyone is doing a great job of preparing and staying ready for when they do get that chance. And even within games, sometimes we'll have a couple lines that maybe go through spurts where they don't see the ice very much, and that's a really tough thing to play through when you finally are thrown out there and the game's fast and it's intense and every single play matters, and you got to find a way to play through that and make smart plays. So it's a huge testament to the guys sitting next to me and some other individuals in our locker room that are putting their own ego and their own wants and needs aside and are ready for those opportunities when they do come.
Jonathan, how much pressure were you feeling at all to score a goal, and then how big of a relief was it when you finally did?
Well, I kind of feel that pressure all the time. I know it's there. Most of it I put on myself. Just in some ways, got to stay patient and not show any frustration or not show any sign of anything snowballing in the wrong direction for my own game. And I think as a line with Host and Satter, we played really well tonight. We generated a lot and finally got a bounce. So that's what I was waiting for, and made a difference in the game. And hopefully can continue with that confidence that scoring gives you, and continue to make some big plays, whether I'm the goal scorer, I'm contributing on the play, or whatever the situation might be, to try and get our team on the board, but be responsible on the defensive side as well.
Jonathan over here. Did anybody say anything before you guys, between the periods? And you guys, I assume, are aware you're unbeaten in overtime up to this point?
Yeah. I mean, it's the talk is always pretty similar when we go into overtime, whether it's first overtime or third overtime, whatever situation we might find ourselves in, and I think we're a really confident group. I think we understand that we just got to be smart. We got to be patient, and keep working for that one lucky bounce. I feel we got close a couple times. Sharpie had a breakaway. We had a good power play. The puck was on the goal line. Couldn't find a way to hammer it in. But we just keep going, and we get. I don't know. I think it's just a feeling that eventually we're going to find that break, and we've seen it so far. So, hopefully we can continue to work for those bounces.